So yeah, it's an impressive ride that's parked outside.
Good Lord.
I don't know if Blue and White Taxi has something to the level of the Ghostbuster machine that's on the street in front of our studio right now.
No, but I can guarantee that they don't have anything paranormal inside. That's
Really?
a Blue and White guarantee.
It's a Blue and White guarantee.
Yeah. They'll get you there safely without ghosts.
They're Ghostbusters, sure, and it's awesome because it's the week of Halloween. But I don't think they have the Cruise app.
No, got it.
Ghostbusters.
Yeah. They're a little behind on that.
Are you aware if they know or anything about
Cruising?
the Cruise app?
Cruise app.
Oh, no.
The lovely Cruise app?
No.
Yeah, no, cruise app.
You guys don't have a Cruise app, do you? All right. What's that? You
Nope.
say?
We our technology ended with the 1980s, so
Oh.
what's an app?
Got a lot's come since then.
Yeah.
Listen to this, my friends.
Introducing the Twin Cities' newest transportation app, Cruise. C-R-U-Z, with no surge pricing ever.
Cruise to that brewery.
Cruise to that concert.
Cruise to that ball game.
Cruise home from that party.
I like Tom Cruise.
No kidding.
I do.
Sensing a pattern? Cruise. That's C-R-U-Z, the new app that saves you money with no surge pricing ever. Book in advance and save even more with Cruise. Download the Cruise app. Follow him on Twitter at Time to Cruise to get weekly ride discounts.
Whenever you booze, use Cruise.
Download Cruise right now on iOS or Android.
Right?
Sounds right.
Now, whenever you have ghost issues, who you going to call?
Cruise.
Blue and White.
Ghostbusters.
Cruise.
Blue and White.
Sure.
Oh, Ghostbusters.
Donald Trump.
You know who to call by now. It's been 30 years. Come on.
Let's get this show started. It's a week of Halloween fun here on the Twin Cities Hit Show.
Congratulations. You found the Twin Cities Hit Show.
Very well. Where do I begin?
Ladies and gentlemen, can I please have your attention?
You're lucky to be here. Thank you, sir.
Reach for this one.
And now, a real hit show.
I've only been with the company for a couple of weeks, but I gotta tell you, these things are real. I have seen shit that'll turn you white.
Live from the Twin Cities.
Sir, what you had there was what we refer to as a focused, non-terminal repeating phantasm or a class 5 full roaming vapor. Real nasty one, too.
It's the Twin Cities Hit Show.
We came, we saw, we kicked its ass.
Coming to you live from the Alive and Social Network studios.
What he means is Old Testament, Mr. Mayor. Real wrath of God type stuff. Exactly. Fire and brimstone coming down from the skies. Rivers and seas boiling.
40 years of darkness, earthquakes, volcanoes.
The dead rising from the grave. Human sacrifice, dogs and cats living together. Mass hysteria. Enough, I get the point.
And now, let's get this hit show started.
I'm feeling a little extra safe now. We have the
out.
Busters of Ghosts in his house. The Ghostbusters based out of, who knew? We have Ghostbusters in Minnesota.
We knew, but yeah.
You were aware? You guys are both aware? All right. Chuck, I like, we got a photo already posted. They pulled out in front. Two things. Our neighborhood looks pretty damn scary. That's the first thing. And then you kind of were blocking the entire Ghostbuster vehicle.
I have others of it. But yeah.
It's a very cool car. We're standing right in front of it. We can't see anything. Oh, there it is.
Yeah.
Wow, and they made us disappear.
Yeah. That's impressive. That's what that is.
Magic.
That is cool. All right, so why don't we go around the room, and Gabe is here as well. Gabe Noah, you had a flat tire. Was that a scary experience?
It was not scary at all. I'm used to it because I refuse to patch my tire.
So it's just part of the commuting process.
Yeah, it's sort of it is by this point. You think I've learned.
A little gum and duct tape fixes everything.
They have a cruise app for you, Gabe. I don't know. We'll play it for you again later in the show. But you guys, go around the room and introduce you Ghostbusters here. What is your name, sir?
Dustin Waterhouse.
And who we have over here in the corners?
I am Jamie Thornburg.
I'm Phil Hall.
And what the hell is wrong with you guys?
My shrink says a lot, but then again, I haven't seen him since he went to his shrink, so...
You guys, you love Ghostbusters.
It's all right.
Explain what goes on with you. What's your story? What's happening here?
Gosh, I don't even know where to begin with all this. We just decided one day, hey, what's that? Oh, yeah, back
Play
in
the mic.
1984.
Gotta go suck into that mic.
1984 is where you start. That's when the movie was made.
And you right away got on board?
Well, pretty much. I mean, gosh, I was about 3.5 when it came out in theaters. So.
Oh my God. I'm so old. That's all that matters here.
No. You're just aging gracefully.
Thank you.
And you have more than the one cool vehicle that's out front, right?
Oh yeah, we've got. You can pick your theme. You like the first movie better? We got the first movie. You like the second one better? We got that one with the rooftop on steroids, basically, with all the extra lights.
And over the course of the years, you've met Dan Aykroyd, right?
Yep.
And
Ernie Hudson.
Hudson.
We would hope to have met
Bill Murray?
Yeah, Bill Murray would have been
you
great.
can meet him
Harold
anywhere.
Ramis.
I see people always meeting him.
That's the problem, though. He is so sporadic. You have no idea where he's at any time.
I think he's pretty much avoiding you.
Yeah,
at this
he doesn't.
point.
Well, who wouldn't?
Go to a Saints game. You'll see him there.
Well, that's the thing. We've been to a Saints game on, ironically, Ghostbusters night, but no Murray.
I'm not sure there's irony there. That seems fitting.
Yeah, we did get a picture with his cardboard cutout, though. He was very nice, very friendly.
You know what's really interesting to me is you guys, all this commitment. You have the uniforms, you have the car, but you couldn't make a black friend. So if there's any blacks out there who like dorky white guys,
we're always taking applications.
You
They're
couldn't.
not stupid enough to hang out with guys like us. That's the way you're dressed.
And that's it for Twins Hit Show. We'll see you tomorrow.
Just for the record, Gabe is only a guest. He's not.
But you do have the fancy equipment that you've parked in the hallway that was making a lot of noise and such. Why? Colleen wants to know why you're doing this.
Gosh, if we had the answer to that, we could give you an answer to that.
The answer is
I guess the biggest question we have is why not? I mean, if you can do it, do it. It's fun.
I will say this. Normally, I would go like these guys. This is a radio show, obviously. So normally, you'd be like, "Oh man, you got some dorky Ghostbuster guy." You're not wrong, but these guys' commitment to the stuff is so freaking awesome. That actually, it's really great. I think it's awesome. Their packs look real.
So let me throw a little detail on the Proton packs. Me and Jamie here, we've known each other since before we met Dustin. We met Dustin because I hired him for his bachelor party.
Uh-huh.
I saw that there was a guy in Minnesota.
Wait a minute. Bachelor party?
Oh, yeah, trust me.
Wait a minute.
There's a lot of fun stories here, I promise.
There's a lot of people I'm going to call for a bachelor party.
That would insinuate.
Ghostbusters is not at the top 10.
That would insinuate there's dating going on.
If you would have been there, you would have called us every week. It was great.
Oh, all right.
Best night of my life.
Except I don't remember half of it, but it was
Show
pretty
us
fun.
the tearaway jumpsuit. Show us.
Oh, we saved that for the exotic dancers, actually.
Yeah, you got to pay more money for that.
Yeah.
So this is a busy time of the year as well, that I'm guessing.
Absolutely.
Halloween week and such. What do you guys do as Ghostbusters? You're available for hire?
Yeah, we do appearances for costume shops. They love having us out front because we draw a huge crowd. Like this last Saturday, we were up at Spirit or Northtown Mall there.
Uh-huh.
And gosh, I think every second of the time we were there, picture.
Sure.
Everything.
Everywhere you go, yeah.
Yeah, people always, hey, you should swing by my house on Halloween. It's like, well, trying to get us on Halloween is like trying to get Santa Claus on Christmas Eve. So it's like...
He goes everywhere, though.
Oh, we do. Yeah, he does. Well, he's got all those elves to help.
Oh.
Yeah,
Did you guys do this to make money?
Initially, not
right,
really.
Absolutely
no.
not.
And now what happens?
With the packs, I was getting into it a little bit ago. We were just fans of the movie. Childhood's dream. We wanted it to come true. We wanted to have our own friggin' Proton packs, And we wanted them to work. And obviously not shoot lightning, but we wanted nice lights and sounds. Once we started looking into it, we found blueprints online on gbfans.com. It's a website. A lot of dedication on that site. There's people that do this all across America. There's groups like us. And so with that, detailed pictures of the pack and measurements and whatnot, everything's to scale. It's an exact replica.
Yeah,
very, very close. It's about 98% close. You can't get all the right parts nowadays, the little elbows and whatnot.
They
but
quit manufacturing Ghostbusters packs.
there's places that manufacture them now, but the only way to get one when we started making them was to just get out and build it. So it took a long time.
Are there conventions that you guys can get together with other Ghostbuster impersonators?
Well, there's always Comic-Cons and stuff like that a lot of other people go and dress up as.
You were at the WizardCon here in town, right?
Yeah, we did that, a year ago? Yeah, 2014 we were there. We didn't make it this year because we were busy.
Ah.
So you all have day jobs, right?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, they're...
This is it right here.
This is it. Yeah, no,
You wonder. I worry about you guys. Is what I'm saying.
Well,
Yeah.
you know.
What's your day job?
Well, I drive Metro Transit City Bus during the day usually. So.
Not that different.
No, not that different at all.
How about you guys? What do you guys do in real life?
I'm a lineman, currently working for an excavating company in town. So.
Nice.
And I am currently unemployed, so no, I don't have a job. I'm the single actual nerd that dresses up like a Ghostbuster and can show up to a morning show.
What are some of the things that you do? You mentioned you show up to a costume shop. What else goes on? Are you in?
Well, there's another place up in Sauk Rapids, Molitor's Haunted Acres. We go up there every year.
And they pay you to show up for that event?
You know,
yeah, good.
almost everything we make either goes back into fixing the cars because, as you can about imagine, a lot of rotating lights and stuff like that. Everything always breaks down on them. But we go up, do stuff like that. We actually ride the hayride and protect those from the spooky, scary things on the ride. And
Good time.
Yeah, it's a good time. And then we've done like birthday parties. I mean, that's the greatest thing. We just did a birthday party about a week ago, and kid was so excited he couldn't even talk for about the first 15 minutes.
A little kid, like the Ghostbusters are actually at my house right now for me on my birthday.
Yeah.
Well, that's the coolest thing about it for us, I think. It's like we kind of forget because we do this so much. We're like, oh, it's cool. But to a kid, when you're used to seeing it just on TV, and then it pulls up in your driveway, it's almost too much. And then you're hearing people, oh, man, I'm going to remember this forever. And you're kind of like, wow, in a strange little way, we kind of...
What kind of money are we going to have to throw down to get that kind of an experience?
Oh, well, it all depends on when, where, how long. On average, it's about $100 for an hour or two. Like,
Really?
A lot of it.
That's a deal. That's a steal.
That's what I'm saying. It's.
I keep telling him he should charge more.
Like I said, we really, like I said, a lot of it's not a huge profit thing. It's more just to kind of go out and do it. It gives us a good excuse to actually own the stuff. Otherwise, the ladies at home would probably be like, "Why are you doing that?"
Wait a
You
second.
guys are talking about ladies at home all the time, and
Well,
well,
what can I say?
Do you have?
They understand when we go out there. I mean, you got people hanging on you. It's cool because you're almost like the Ghostbusters. You're seriously like actors in the movie because everybody wants pictures with you and everybody just groups towards you. It's
and
just
they
a cool
love
feeling.
a man in a uniform.
Well,
right.
I guess I'm glad because this is about the only way I look good.
You guys do wear the uniform well.
Oh,
Thank you.
What did Dan Aykroyd think of you guys?
You know, it was so funny. He was speechless at first. He went to
because he was trying to have dinner with his wife.
Yeah, exactly. Walked, hey Dan, can you take a picture with me? Who's this freak? No, we actually met him up in Minnetonka. He was siding bottles of his vodka.
Oh, yeah.
He makes his own vodka, which is phenomenal. But we won't talk about that at the moment. But we met him up there at Haskell's up in Minnetonka. He had a line that was huge, and he had certain rules because he was slightly hungover, as it was. He had partied the night before by his own admission. But he was wearing his sunglasses, his hat, and he wasn't supposed to get up and do any pictures. Just a quick autograph. We come walking in with all our gear, all that stuff. He takes off his glasses, his hat, gets up, says, I don't care what anyone says, I'm taking a picture with the Ghostbusters. Everybody else got maybe 30 seconds, and we got almost 10 minutes. And
nice.
The cameras were just going nuts. He loved the heck out of it. I mean...
And then he had a new rule going forward, no guys with Ghostbuster suits to go through the line.
Yeah, well, you know, now he's got it up everywhere he goes. No photos, please.
Have you guys looked at other groups that do this? I'm guessing you guys are about the most authentic.
You know, there's actually quite a few groups in the United States. We were surprised when we started doing this. Yeah, just as nerdy. Some even nerdier in some ways.
Is there hate going between you guys? Is there competition?
Absolutely not.
Well, that's
no.
the best part about it is if you love Ghostbusters and you love each other.
Well, Ghostbusting is about teamwork too. You got to be there for each other out in the field. If someone goes down with that pack, it's hard to get back up. You got to be there to pick your buddy back up.
Oh, for Christ's sakes, have some balls, guys. Let's get in there and compete. How'd you guys decide who gets to be Bill Murray?
We just put the.
Well, we just all kind of go together on it. We're like the Venkman brothers right here.
Oh,
we've got all
Venkman.
We've got a brother story going on. Our dad was Pete Venkman, and he made his way across America. We eventually made our way back to each other.
Yeah,
it's that simple.
Keeping the family business
in the family.
Yeah.
So, you guys are real dorks.
I know. We have lots of time.
Beautiful way. I know.
We have lots of time to come up with this.
And I want to double back this. $100? You guys are screwing yourselves. I got to get in here as your manager.
There you go, Gabe
Oh,
Noah.
Well, we could always use a good manager.
Seriously,
Get
you
us
guys,
some business
you
and
should
make us money.
For the
You know,
people
like I
at
said,
home, you should see their car and their equipment, and it's ridiculous.
Yeah.
Yeah, hurry up and book them while they're only
seriously
$100.
wanna book
It just went in today.
Price is about to go up, huh?
Yeah, actually contact GabeNoah.com. You can get these guys for $500.
Yeah, no, like
1 hour at your
Slash Ghostbusters.
Yeah, no, like for an average birthday party, if we're there like a couple hours, we only charge about $200 because it's like, you know, it's just crazy. Why would you charge a whole lot more when, especially when?
God, because you can.
Oh, trust me, we've thought about it. But you know, having kids of our own, it's like we would love to have something like that there. And when you can't afford it, that's the big thing. You know, we just love to share the love of it.
Oh,
It's
these
great to
guys
see
make
the little
me wanna
kids
puke.
that
This is
just go.
for the
in.
top 1%. All right.
Yeah.
You gotta.
Yeah.
Gold.
Think of those
Gold.
moms in a diner. You could
Yeah.
be chincing it for $500.
Well, that's okay. All right, fine. $700 a minute.
There you go.
$45 for every additional second.
Does the schedule free up after Halloween, or how does it work?
You know,
when
it
you're
all
when
depends
you're
on
a
the year.
Ghostbuster?
This year, it does free up a little bit. Most years it does, but sometimes it still trickles out. This year, Halloween being on a Saturday, it does pretty much just drop off afterwards. But like other years, like where Halloween's maybe on a Wednesday,
Yeah.
you're
You
doing
get the
stuff
after
both
parties and
weekends.
whatnot,
Yeah, there's
yeah.
always, because everybody wants to do a
you,
cheaper party. So
Do
they go
you
get
throw some wreath on the car and have a Christmas Ghostbuster bit?
Ironically, one year I did put Merry Christmas on the signboards on the side of Ecto 2 and just drove it around for the heck of it. Thought,
The
well,
holiday-
Oh, Ecto, too.
Do you
I
drop
love
your
it.
kids
Yeah,
off?
That's my favorite.
Do
of
you
the
drop your
Ectos.
kids off at school like this?
Oh
or
gosh,
do they
yeah.
care?
Oh no, now they don't like it so much.
I
but
bet.
I used to drive them to school. We were living out in Ramsey for a short time.
Yeah.
And so that was a lot of fun.
Do you ever pull over drunk drivers with your automobile?
No. We thought about it, but usually it's my buddies that are the drunk drivers.
Do you?
You're welcome.
Do you? Do you?
Unemployed one.
Do you ever hear a strange noise at night and think, "Where's my gear?
No, it's more like, holy shit!
It's game on!
Get his wife
It's
after it.
happening! Boys, suit up! There's a noise in the cellar."
Reality will kick in when we go to use the equipment, and it's just a bunch of lights, and the ghost gets us. You know?
Well, the reality of it is when you got 3 kids at home, there's weird noises all the time, and
Yeah.
you just soon ignore it. Like,
But have
Those weird noises are him making more kids.
So, are you afraid of ghosts
He's
in
just
actuality?
a guest. He's just a guest.
well, as the saying goes, I ain't afraid of no ghosts. No, I'm one of those guys that I believe, but not like a firm believer. It's like I want to see something, but of course we haven't really seen a whole lot that wasn't.
I've never seen anything. I'm open to the idea. I don't know if I would love to see it. Maybe when I do see it, if I do see it, it'll suck. You know.
And if you haven't seen it, you're home all day. So
Yeah, well, there you go.
would, if you're going to be seeing a ghost,
Trust me,
Yeah.
this guy, if there's strange noises going on, he's involved.
I'm the one making the noise.
Yeah.
How easily can you go out there and grab one of those packs? Can they make a noise? Can you fire at some of the so we can hear that?
Go get it, Ray.
Coming up in our second half hour, by the way, that we have a guy and he's recorded some of the noises. He's a paranormal investigator, researcher, and there's a house evidently that he's so haunted. He's actually got the sounds and stuff on tape, and we're going to be playing that. So I can give you that address.
Oh,
If
I
you
was
wanna
just
go
about
over
to ask
there.
for it. Give me that address. We got to go see
If you
this.
want it, okay. Now look describe what he's bringing in here.
That would be considered a standard issue proton pack. Unlicensed nuclear accelerator.
It's miniaturized.
It's quite big.
Positron glider. There's all sorts of different names for
And
it.
this is not you put this together yourself. This isn't something you go to Menards and ask for this.
A lot of this actually came from Menards. It's
Yeah.
made of-
The irony of that is, yeah.
and I'm looking close at the welding job, they for sure did it themselves.
Which weld
All right.
specifically because it's silicone.
All right, so fire this thing up. What can it do here? We're seeing some LEDs. It's making some jet noise. Yeah, play that mic over there.
Put the mic over to it.
How about this?
Oh, it's doing some damage to the studio right now. You describe what he's doing because he's not micing himself.
Oh,
What's
yeah.
he doing?
Right now he's pushing a lot of fun buttons. That's all I know. Yep, he's starting it up right there.
So he's we can't hear him.
Yeah,
You
you're
gotta,
gonna have to.
You talk.
He knows the technicalities of it. You have to talk into it and then hold it up to it, buddy.
So yeah, the bar, all the lights are integrated. They work with the buttons.
So now he's got it
So
a
when
handheld.
you press this trigger, if you watch and look at the bar graph.
Oh wow. Colleen, is that heavy? Can you hold that? How much does that weigh? Is it light?
The entire pack's about 35
Well, I
pounds.
do core power yoga, sculpt yoga, so this isn't that
That's not
heavy
too
to me.
bad,
But yeah,
It
I was
looks
gonna say, you look
it-
like you work out.
It looks substantial. That's cool. So that.
it is. It's not plastic.
Oh, cool.
It actually is.
But
It's just very heavy
There's a lot
plastic.
of parts on the guns that are made of a resin mold. This was kind of more of a model that we found online. And the most that we still had to do a lot of customization, put it together and whatnot.
So that gun wand thing unclips from the pack. How heavy is that pack to wear around?
The whole thing is about 35 pounds. So
Wow.
somewhere in 35 to 40.
So at the end of a birthday party, you're like, get this shit off me.
I've worn the
Exactly.
pack. We've worn it for 10, 12.
So if there's any
15 hours straight,
chiropractors
and
out there that
yeah.
want Ghostbusters to show up, we'll
Yeah.
take some sessions.
I wore it on Saturday. My shoulders.
Who are you gonna
today,
call?
so-
Chiropractors.
What were you doing Saturday? It was an all day at the.
Oh gosh,
we had all day going on. Three
Yeah,
different
it's like I
events
can't
Saturday.
even list all of them right off the top of my head. We started out at the Spirit Halloween store for a couple hours.
That
then
could have
we-
been $500 bucks.
Yeah.
He's gonna add up the total.
Yeah, there you go. No.
You
Well, we're
could have
always
made-
open to more money. No.
You could have made $10,000 on
Did
Saturday.
they pay you, or do you just go because did the
Oh
store
no!
pay you?
Originally, we went. The funny story is, this started about 7 years ago. We went shopping there just for the heck of it. We had the car. Let's go Halloween. Well, we pulled up, and suddenly the place just got swamped full of people. And the owner actually came out and asked us, "Hey, you want to come back next week? I'll pay $100." It's like,
Oh, that's where you got your rate from. That one guy.
Yeah.
Sitting on a gold
He set
the tone.
well, what can I say? I was too lazy to figure out the rest. So,
All right, so how can people get pictures with you this week? Where you? What's your appearance? What's your calendar?
oh gosh, let's see here. Right off
Should
the
I
top
talk
of
to your
my-
manager, Gabe?
Yeah,
Where are
yeah,
they?
Gabe, where are we this week, Mister?
Absolutely. Come check me out. I'm serious.
Where are you
by
going to
the
be
way. I'll
this
book these guys.
this week?
Well, I know this Wednesday for a fact we're back at Spirit Halloween at Northtown.
Okay.
From I believe 6:30 to 8:30, and then on Thursday we're doing the Byerly's in Golden Valley Boo Blast from 4 to 7.
That sounds like a blast.
And then Friday, a big night, we're out at Molitor's Haunted Acres up in Sauk Rapids. A little bit of a drive, but it's worth it.
Definitely.
And we're up there from about 8 to midnight, roughly. So you can come up there and have a good time with us. And then Saturday, well, you can about imagine Halloween. You're just going to have to look for us because I think we're going to be running around like chickens with our heads cut off.
And I
I
suppose
don't know if I'll
since
be
it's
with you on Halloween this year.
Well, come on out.
what the hell do you have to do?
He's got to look for a
I
job.
gotta find a job, man. I need a job.
Will Anoka be on your calendar? Because isn't that Halloween?
I'm sure we'll be making a few pit stops. But believe it or not, this is the one year we haven't done a whole lot out in Anoka. Usually we're there all the time.
Because
but,
they have parades and stuff.
Oh gosh, they got the daytime parade, but we're actually doing something for the Boy Scout camp over in Anoka. So ironically, we're in Anoka, but not doing the parade.
All right.
That's where a booker would come in handy.
Well-
You would have got that straight.
Again,
Well-
that's Gabe
Not
Noah.
make that mistake
Well,
twice.
we got Gabe now,
Yeah.
and he's dropping the ball. Come on, man, get with it.
Guys, well, I suppose since it's Halloween, you guys probably drop your price to 50 cents an hour or something. Going by the logic.
Ooh, yeah, why not? Let's just fill that day up.
Yeah.
Oh man.
Well,
He's great.
Here's where I'm claiming seniority, Phil. You do it. I'm taking a nap.
I got time.
I figure you do.
well, thanks for coming in, guys. And again, stay tuned. We got a paranormal researcher coming in here after the break, and he knows where the ghosts are.
Well, we'll stick around and listen to that.
Yeah, because you may want to bring your back and see if it works.
Oh, absolutely. We can try.
I'll let you
Willing to
start
try.
first, Phil.
How can people get a hold of you? You got the Facebook. We got it linked up all over our pages.
Oh gosh,
but
yeah. There's Facebook. We've got an email address we could also give you. Then there's always which is
What's your
my-
email address?
That'd be Ghostbusters of MN at live.com.
How'd you come up with that one?
Just sounded right.
I like it. I like it.
And then, of course, there's a cell phone number you can always call. You probably have to leave a message because half the time we're on the phone.
Okay.
That'd be 763-670-8688.
Beautiful.
and so yeah, kids are going to be having birthdays after Halloween, so they can give you a call between
Yeah, definitely. But
now and whenever.
But the most efficient way to get a hold of us is through Facebook. That seems to
how
be
I
the
did it.
easiest way because returning phone calls takes a long time, and half the time we're in places where you can't hear a thing. So
Hey, by the way, on a side note, since you guys are fans, what did you think of the lawsuit between Huey Lewis and the guy who wrote Ghostbusters. What was his name?
Ray Parker Jr.
Ray Parker Jr. Do you think there was merits with that lawsuit? This is the Ray Parker Jr. song, right? And then
Never heard this one before.
I've gone through this comparison multiple times.
And then Huey Lewis. Now, when you play them both together at the same time, have you ever done that before?
Nope, this is the first for me.
This is Huey Lewis and Ray Parker Jr. at the same time.
I don't know, but I like it.
Case closed.
I think they should have just gotten together and made Mega Millions. This would have been awesome.
Who lost out on that? Huey lost out, right?
No, actually, I think they did make a payout to Huey Lewis, if I remember correctly.
I think we all lose. In these
I don't remember.
You know, it sounds pretty cool to me.
Well, there you go. That's the
I want a new drug now.
only on the Twin Cities Hit Show, the mashup of Ghostbusters and Huey Lewis.
We need this to play out our car
There you go.
outside of a pharmacy.
Jamie's got a good program on that.
What do you guys think of the new Ghostbusters coming out with girls in it?
That's right.
I'm open-minded. I like it.
Honestly, like I said,
I'm glad to dress up like girls.
We'll probably
Which one
still
of you was
model
the
after
stripper
the.
again?
Yeah,
He's going to be the fat one.
You're gonna have
It always ends up that way.
you're gonna have to add a Kristen Wiig and who else is in that? Kristen Wiig and Melissa McCarthy and
gosh, what's her name? I forgot it now, but she's actually my favorite on SNL.
Yeah,
I forgot her name.
you'll still have to make friends with a black chick now.
Yeah, well.
let's not push it. You can
Just
only
a reminder, Gabe's a guest.
you can only
I think we have to fire our manager already. Didn't take
I guess we need one black girl and one black guy. Get a hold of Gabe on the website. Let
Yep.
Ghostbusters
Yep,
know.
there you go.
Yeah, it has nothing to do with Ghostbusters. Just call Gabe.
Just call Gabe.
Please call Gabe.
Yeah, I like black chicks.
no problem. Hey, we got to take a break at that note, and we're going to be right back with a real live paranormal investigator who has evidence that ghosts exist. We will be right back. Third Street Brewhouse, built on a perfect site in Cold Spring, Minnesota, combining the state-of-the-art brewing facility with exceptional water. Hello, did we mention Cold Spring, Minnesota? They have a dream team of world-class brewers, resulting in unprecedented crafted beers. The core styles of Bitter Black IPA, Lost Trout Brown Ale, and Rise to the Top Cream Ale are intriguing yet satisfying. And look forward to seasonal and specialty beers. Nothing fancy, no fuss. It's all about the beer at Third Street Brewhouse. MacMen. Don't let your computer problems drive you mad. We are MacMen, Minnesota's premier tech consultants and problem solvers for Macs, mobile devices, troubleshooting, training, and much more. No more dragging your computer all over town because we come to you. We love making house calls to your home or small business. MacMen. Call 612-345-8005.
The Rusty Gatenby Review is the entertaining show about entertainment from movies, music, and more. Award-winning TV guy Rusty Gatenby and his review is the podcast with the biggest cast in entertainment, part of the Alive and Social Network. You can get that Minnesota connection to Hollywood and beyond any time of the day or night simply by clicking on the RustyGatenbyReview.com. That's the RustyGatenbyReview.com, part of the Alive and Social Network.
Introducing the Twin Cities' newest transportation app, Cruise. C-R-U-Z, with no surge pricing ever.
Cruise to that brewery.
Cruise to that concert.
Cruise to that ball game.
Cruise home from that party.
I like Tom Cruise.
No kidding. I do. Sensing a pattern? Cruise. That's C-R-U-Z, the new app that saves you money with no surge pricing ever. Book in advance and save even more with Cruise. Download the Cruise app. Follow him on Twitter at Time to Cruise to get weekly ride discounts.
Whenever you booze, use Cruise.
Download Cruise right now on iOS or Android.
You're listening to the Twin Cities Hit Show. Say it fast 3 times. We just carry it.
The guys are guarding the house for the rest of the show, so we should be safe.
Those guys seriously need to charge way more money. That's insane.
Yeah.
That is
Yeah.
insane. When he said $100,
Well, Gabe's
I thought
the
he
new
was
manager.
Yeah.
Gabe, you're busy though. You got stuff coming up.
Yeah, I'm actually. I'm actually headlining Joke Joint Comedy Club this week, Thursday through Saturday.
Where's that one located?
That is in
Lilydale.
Lilydale.
Okay, cool.
Yeah, it's what we call the big time, guys.
It is now. Have you seen how they repainted the ticket booth? It's big time now.
No,
Yeah,
I didn't.
very nice.
But it is
Oh,
a great
Rachel
club.
redid it, yeah.
Yeah,
Very
It's a
nice.
great club.
Looks like a real professional comedy club and stuff.
it is.
Remember when this came out?
Yep.
And you would wait for it to come on MTV rotation
When
Rock-
they played videos.
on MTV.
Yeah, remember that?
This is in the movie.
It was like a miniature movie.
Yeah.
Yeah. Check out this version.
Is this Prince?
Close to midnight, something evil's lurking in the dark.
Sorry.
No.
No.
Under the moon.
Not turning your chair around for this one?
No.
Fine.
Who is it?
Who is it?
They're called Penta something. They're like a funk thing. Well, you think that one sucks. How about this one?
Are these the triple trombones? Or no? What
Yeah, the maniacal flower.
Yeah,
or
the
whatever.
maniacal flower
No, just some
trombone.
dude in a saxophone.
It's Bill Clinton.
Yeah. Uh-huh. Or you got this one.
Oh, I like that.
Smooth jazz. This is Dave Matthews.
No, here's Philip. Here's Philip Phillips doing his Dave Matthews version. I don't know if he can't help himself, but he sounds so much like Dave Matthews.
Something evil lurking in the dark.
Yeah, there is.
Under the moonlight, see a sight that almost stops your heart.
It's Philip Phillips from American Idol
Yeah.
doing Dave Matthews is what it sounds like to me.
Doing Dave Matthews doing Michael Jackson.
Yeah.
If I did this on SNL, it'd be like, that's a great Dave Matthews impression.
Yeah.
Start to freeze.
Yeah, he even does that stuff. Yeah, little noises.
And then, there's a thing on the internets, this thing that Al Gore invented, where a guy will take a video of himself recording like one note, and then another video of himself. So he makes a band all with himself.
Oh, yeah.
This guy, his name is Raz Grego. No instruments
him.
were harmed in the making of this. It's all voice. And when you look at it on YouTube, it's all him, and he shows up, and then it lists, he's going, boop, boop, boop.
Sure.
He's his mouth. It's all a cappella.
That's a lot of work to sound so shitty.
He's either really talented or really lonely.
Both.
I guess lonely.
Both.
Yeah.
Think of the time he spent in his mom's basement.
Yeah, no
putting this
kidding.
together.
Mom, quiet, I'm recording! No, I don't want dinner!
Takes a talent, though. Come on.
Brabby, did you take the dog out? Mom! Knock it off!
Fine. Fucker, saxophone thriller it is.
Yep.
Semitone higher.
Yeah.
That's the one you put on when you want to have sex.
Actually, this doesn't work at all. What we need is something like this.
Now let me take off my stonewashed.
Things are about to get real in here. Rocky, introduce yourself.
Okay, I wasn't ready for that one. I'm
That's a tough one.
I'm a local guy. I got to say something, though. I remember when I was a kid, I was in 4th grade, and I was such a Michael Jackson fan that I was so mad at my dad because he did not allow me to get a perm because I wanted to look just like Michael Jackson. And I am still mad.
Not even Michael Jackson wanted to look like Michael Jackson.
That is the truth. That is the truth.
But introduce yourself to the show. Who are you, and how do you fit into all this ghostly story stuff?
Well, you know what? I'm from the Twin Cities. I live in Hudson, Wisconsin, and I've been involved in the paranormal for probably about 7 years aggressively. I'm an independent researcher. I work with psychologists. I work with a couple physicists, some sound engineers, trying to fully understand exactly what it is that we're dealing with. And because our minds can play so many tricks. They can play so many tricks on us. So, I kind of traveled around the Twin Cities, the state of Minnesota, state of Wisconsin, and in search of, I guess, what we would call the truth.
What got you started on this?
I was just having a conversation downstairs. Actually, what got me started within the paranormal field is I come from, and I publicly speak about this. I talk about my past and some of the choices I made, drug addictions. And through the years, I lost a lot of friends that I felt responsible for. And to me personally, and this is selfish, is that I didn't want to just think they were just gone. I wanted to confirm to myself that they were somewhere else. They weren't just physically gone. And so I went on this little journey to prove to myself that there is a such thing as the afterlife. Even though we believe there is, and we are taught to believe there is, and we all have different experiences, I went on a mission to say that my brothers that I love so much that aren't with us physically anymore are still somewhere spiritually.
Why are you responsible for that?
Well, because
you didn't murder people.
No, I didn't murder people.
Okay.
It was, the drug addiction stuff,
Oh,
and
sure.
this life choices that we've gone through, and you partake in that. You encourage it at a time.
Right.
It's a cool thing at one time in life, and
I just wanted you to clarify because it sounded like you might have murdered people.
Hey, I may have tattoos, but I don't murder people.
So, when was the first time that you felt you contacted or
the first experience,
discovered?
Yeah, the first time, and this is a great story because we went to this old farmhouse out by Shakopee, and we were just setting up, and I was just, you want to talk about rookie, I was red. And we're setting up in the living room, and it was like somebody in the closet door, somebody inside the closet kicked the door as hard as they could from the inside of the closet. And the door slammed open vigorously, and it was vibrating while it was shutting and closing. And you hear the term scared straight or scared stiff.
You were gay before?
I was scared back into straightness.
And then you got stiff.
And then I got stiff. But no, I honestly, I could not move. I was so afraid because this door, I wouldn't care if an elephant came out of it just to say something physical did that. And that was my first experience that, wow, I can't say a ghost did it. I can't say it was a spirit that did it. All I know is that door got kicked open by something that wasn't there. And it scared the crap right out of me. I don't know if that's...
So what kind of equipment do you bring along for something like this? And explain why for each apparatus.
Well, I went through all these different stages of equipment because you see some people show up with briefcases full of different meters and gadgets and things with a whole bunch of glittery, funny lights. And, one thing we do use is called a MELD meter, and it does monitor the fluctuation of EMF, electromagnetic energy within the atmosphere. Another thing that a lot of people use is a static meter where it monitors the fluctuation of static within the air because you hear people all the time talk about the hair standing up. And that's from the static changing, like a thunderstorm is coming in. And that's what's happening to the body. And something atmospherically is changing. And that's typically when you have a paranormal event. So I went through all these different gadgets, but now all I use is a radio frequency scanner that scans the white noise. And my Tascam DR40 digital voice recorder. So,
what about video cameras?
I do. We do. Yeah, we video everything because occasionally, and it's don't happen a lot, but you do get poltergeist, doors opening on their own, things moving across the room. I seen video of a rocking chair one time moving across a child's room to the crib. So it is cool to get visual evidence, but there's a lot of things that can be debunked that people call paranormal that we cannot say is paranormal. Whether it be dust particles in the air, they think it's an orb. So video is good to be able to debunk things as well.
Farts.
You know what? I always tell people when I host a public investigation, I tell them if you have to fart loud so we don't sit there and spend 2 hours thinking it's an EVP of somebody trying to whisper something to us.
Because you do get recordings in the white noise of voices?
Yeah, I use, it's called an SB7, and basically what it does is it scans 6 channels a second. And so it's just basically a white noise.
Yeah.
It seems like I've gotten more multi-word intelligent responses through something like that than even a voice recorder. So I do use what they call it the spirit box. I use that more than I actually do EVP work now, and I've gotten some amazing things.
And you say the house that you've found that has the most activity is one in St. Louis Park.
St. Louis Park.
And you've named the house?
We've dubbed it the Fern Hill House.
Where? So is that the name of the road it's on?
No, back in I believe it was the 1900s, right off of 100 and 35W, I believe. We're pretty close to that right here.
Yeah.
And I just got a call. The lady is amazing. She's a wonderful lady. They have a huge history at the house. It actually used to be a cemetery, and we went back to the historical.
I've seen this movie.
I'm weird about the whole cemetery thing. I just, everybody thinks because there's a cemetery and dead bodies, there's going to be ghosts there, and I just don't think Grandpa Joe is going to be watching over his bones. I'm weird about this whole cemetery thing. But they did some construction around the home when they were building apartment buildings, and they literally got a dump truck full of human bones. And the state came out, they shut down construction, they dug a big hole, put the bones in the hole, and then built the garage right over it.
Nice.
Yeah, pretty interesting stuff. But it was this home that solidified my work in this field, that there is something out there that is at a paranormal or unexplainable level.
In your opinion, are they trying to communicate with us, or what is going on? I thought they're supposed to go to heaven and put on the wings and stuff.
Well, that's what
not everybody does, Rusty.
Right. That's what we're taught to believe.
Yeah.
And I do believe in a better existence. I do believe that we live the best life we can for a better transition. And when you study religions and spiritual beliefs, and when you get really deep into it, the ancient Buddhism they had it nailed down. But some want to communicate, but it seems more times than none they don't. And this was the example at the Fern Hill House, is that the more we investigated this location, the more aggressive it got, not wanting us to. And this audio that I have here, Rusty, is what stopped us from investigating.
Well, I'm going to play a couple of cuts. The first cut is set up the such scenario. What time of the night is this? Who's in the house? What's in the house?
All right, the house is completely empty. They're going through a facelift in the home. There was 2 chairs in the kitchen. It was me, a buddy of mine, Scotty, and then another gentleman named John, who's an Egyptologist. He was here for an event that we're doing.
Egyptologist?
Yes, yeah.
So study of mummies and stuff?
He has his own dig site in Egypt. And so they're both very rational.
Can you dig it?
Can you dig it?
Yeah.
Yeah.
So very rational
Or
thinking
he's there
individuals.
in case like a mummy breaks out.
Oh, yeah.
He brought a different game to the table for me, because he's at an academic level, and he's very spiritual but skeptical when it comes to paranormal events. And all 3 of us have been changed for the rest of our life.
How big is the house? What's the square footage?
Yeah,
would you
what
guess?
kind of house would it be like?
About 2,000 square foot house. Similar to something like this. It was built early 1900. It's just
above
regular,
a cemetery.
It was.
There are hardwood floors and built-in.
Yes.
Nice.
Very nice. Very
So-
nice kitchen, nice cupboards.
What time of the night, this first noise, what time of the night was this?
This was at about 11:30, 12 o'clock at night.
And it's just the 3 of you guys.
The
Just the 3 of
homeowner's
us.
gone.
Yeah, the house was completely empty. They were doing a
Except for-
remodel.
Oh, I see.
Except for 2 chairs, you say, were in there?
2 chairs were in the
Otherwise,
kitchen.
vacant of anything, just
Everything.
empty. And where are you in the house? The basement?
We are in the basement.
And then you hear this. My mood music was too loud. Let's recue that up. Listen to this.
That sounded like you guys.
So something crashed and it sounded like glass. That sounded like it was right next to the microphone.
Right. It sounded like an aluminum ladder slamming down, or a 12-gauge shotgun being shot up between us. Now listen here. You're going to hear breathing. And now listen for the man. Welcome.
Hey, thank you.
Welcome.
Welcome.
Say that again, because I hear him.
Were you saying thank you
or
to
that
the
the
guy
ghost?
That was
Welcome?
us. That was us
That was a
saying
ghost.
thank you.
Okay.
So you're going to hear the
Were you
breathing.
responding to it saying welcome?
No.
No, okay. You just
we
picked that
didn't.
up
We didn't
afterwards.
hear the welcome.
Okay. And then were you guys gay during this video? Or
It was right
your
after.
skits?
Right
Okay.
after. That's when we started hugging
Here's
a
the
lot.
breathing. Hold on.
Welcome.
Hey, thank you.
Now that breathing
Yeah.
and the welcome were none of us.
Because that's like a dog panting.
Yes.
I didn't hear welcome.
It's a very deep voice.
Welcome. Hey, thank you.
Oh, okay.
Wow.
Now, the more interesting part is the next 10 minutes. We actually received 18, I'll say, human voices that were not ours in regards to this event.
What are they saying, do you think?
Follow me in the light, and then you hear angels.
No, no, I will not be. Sorry.
Follow me? Okay. Follow me into the light.
It sounds like the beginning to like a Nine Inch Nails song or something.
I won't
What is
you
it?
rockin'
What
animal.
is it?
That is us scanning the white noise signals.
So that is the okay.
Yep.
Cool.
So that would be the spirit box.
Right.
All right, what do you think that was?
I believe at the beginning it says "Get him, he's here," but the last part is "healthy people."
Why do they always sound so fucking creepy? Why don't they like just go like, "Hey, my name's Kevin." Follow me.
Here's. Get out. What?
Children? Something like children?
Yeah, I heard children.
Yeah, and then I said that at the end part it says, "I could kill the females here."
Okay.
That sounds like my husband.
Whenever you
let's
say
hit
the
that.
thing too,
Let's
I'm
hit
so
that.
like weak-minded. As soon as you say what it is, I just hear it exactly. As
Yeah, exactly.
Like that, like you
That's
can tell
just
me
like,
it's not anything.
I like to watch you
Yeah.
shower. There he goes.
Yep.
It is.
We got a couple more. Hold on. Wait, what?
Sit, Ubu, sit. Good dog.
Sit, yeah.
Sit, Ubu, sit.
It's creepy, whatever it is. What are you thinking?
I can't remember what I tagged it, but I think is that the one that with Satan?
Yeah.
And then it says "Go to sleep."
Yeah. Oh, yeah.
Well,
Uh-huh.
let's play it again then.
Okay.
Because now I'll hear that.
Go to sleep there at the end.
The devil.
See the devil?
I just got chills.
Yeah, that's it.
The devil stuff does
Well, you are
creep
a
me out.
See the devil go to
You
sleep.
do have syphilis.
Oh, that could
comes
be.
in.
That could be.
Here's one more. Hold on. It's just creepy, whatever it is.
It says, "I'm trapped." All of them.
So this lady still lives in this house? She's like,
Yeah.
Did they decide to not do the remodel?
Just, yeah, she see stuff then?
You know, we had to stop because you heard that big crash in that audio.
Yeah.
The funny thing is that we felt it go through our body, and we went through the entire house. We tried to debunk it as much as we could, and the funny thing is that the sound actually came from upstairs. It came from the room above us, so it wasn't even in the same room. Even though we felt it, it came from
and
upstairs.
there was nothing that.
We checked the windows.
There was nothing to make that noise. There
We
wasn't.
slammed the doors. We slammed the cupboards. We dropped those chairs. We tried to validate all the different sounds throughout the house to do a comparison. There was nothing in the
You
house.
sent me the bang, the crash there. It slowed down. Why? I'll play
Because
that. but-
when you hear it slow down, you hear these tick, 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 building up to the initial bang. And then I don't know if you have the audio where you actually hear at the end of it, it sounds like a gun cocking. So it's like somebody reloading a gun.
Paranormal gunslingers? What the
Could be.
hell? All right, here's that bang slowed down.
It's like a ghost shattered a ghost vase.
Yeah, that's what I'm here. Here's the normal.
That's not like
So why did you guys yell there then? I mean, did you hear that on your equipment?
No, we heard that real time. That was
You heard that like with your ears?
that was if somebody had a 12 gauge shotgun in this room and shot it. in this room as it is right.
You
That's
ever
how
heard
loud
a
it was.
12-gauge shotgun before?
It was an experience that changed my life because there's no way we could debunk it. That's in most things you can. 97% of the experiences you have in this field, you can debunk it. You can say it's something, or you question the legitimacy of it.
Yeah.
You know, it could be a little bump, you get goosebumps, but that doesn't mean you're having a paranormal event. But that was one experience, like that door getting kicked open. You just cannot explain what just happened. Can I say what it is? No, I just know that it freaked us out. We couldn't explain what it was. We have our theories what it could be.
What's your theory?
My theory is that there's a lot more going on in our world than we could even put our minds to. You know, we're just this little bubble floating through the universe, and, we depend on science to explain everything. It's just not to that point where it can explain what happens when our energy leaves our body.
Did you see that photo go viral the other day of Taiwan or something of a city in the clouds?
Yeah, we did research on that and we looked into it. There's not a lot of people coming forward to validate that claim. A lot of people think that's Project Bluebeam. They think that it's some part of some government program. The city in the clouds.
Yeah.
But when you try to find people to authenticate that video, you can't find anybody.
So you think it could have been a photoshopped hoax?
I think it's Fugazi.
Fugazi.
What is Project Bluebeam?
Where they can actually, you ever hear of where the people in South America, they saw the Virgin Mary, a big bright light, and it was a Virgin Mary. They can create objects in the sky that appear to be something that's not, and they believe it's part of some big conspiracy governmental program to control the minds of the people.
You know how there's always like government alien stuff, like that's very tied in?
Right.
Do you ever hear, is there any government ghost stuff? Like any conspiracies around that?
There's a ton of stories that come through. You know who I'd really like to interview is somebody from NASA in regards, because, we hear about orbs all the time. Again, 98% of them could be debunked. But they actually have them in space. They actually have these balls of light that are moving intelligently through space that NASA has no idea what it is. So I would love to sit down and talk with somebody like NASA to see what their thoughts.
You can even just ask me. I'll give it a try.
Our house was built in 41. It was the original house on that part of Portland over by Diamond Lake. And the woman we bought the house from told us that it is haunted. And I'm not a big believer in that stuff, and it doesn't bother. My mom is convinced, but when we moved in, my son was 3, and the one room that he's in was a room where she was the original owners. He was a lumber baron, and he used that house as a model house for all of his wood.
I like it.
So anyway, he had a stepwife and her stepchildren, and they were horrible.
Stepwife.
Or I'm sorry, he had a second wife,
Because he killed the first one?
second wife, and then the stepkid stayed in this room that my son is in.
Locked in the room.
Well, no, apparently there was some weird stuff going on with him. I don't personally believe it, but when he was 3, would always talk about that guy in his room. And he always talks about this guy in his room, and he still to this day does. And he's, out of all of my kids, now he's like the skittish, not the skittish. He's very, can you come upstairs with me to go? He's 10 now, and he still has his 6-year-old sister come up with him to, when he has to change into pajamas and stuff. My mom is convinced she's uncomfortable staying overnight at my house. I don't feel that, but I would be interested.
I should
to
hook you
see
up with my
what's
friend
going.
Rocky Stucci, because he could probably get to the bottom of it.
Get the what?
Get to the bottom of this.
Have Rocky come over and...
It sounds legit.
Yeah.
Can you determine if a house is haunted?
Not in one night. A lot of people do. A lot of people go to a location. See, here's the problem is that psychology plays such a huge factor in this field. A lot of people, they haunt themselves psychologically,
Yeah.
You can actually go to somebody's house, and I've experienced this before. You can actually go to somebody's house, convince them that their house has some kind of spiritual activity, and the second you leave, they will have paranormal events that are created by their own thought.
Yeah.
So every little knock they hear, it's a ghost.
I'm too tired to even be concerned about it. But it'd be interesting just because he is so... and no one talked about it, and we don't talk about that stuff in our house really anyway because no one really believes it. But he is, out of all of them, just very, his room has always been the one that the lady talked about, and then talking about that guy. It's kind of weird. I think kids are more open to seeing stuff than grown-ups.
Do you have to disclose this on real estate disclosure?
I think, didn't your agent say that they had to?
Yeah.
That and suicides. Or murders.
Murder.
Yeah.
Murders.
The guy who murdered my house, John, my wife talks to him all the time. She really, really believes it. She's crazy.
Someone was murdered in your house?
Yeah, for real.
Really?
Yeah. They didn't disclose it, though, because it was a bank foreclosure thing.
Did she talk to him before she found out about it, though?
No,
So
no,
now
but we
that-
found out right away.
Oh, okay.
Well, see, and I think that's a big misconception too. Is that a lot of people think because somebody died in a home that their spirit is there, and there's a difference between imprinted energy and spiritual energy. And so, just because, folks, just so you know, just because somebody died in your house doesn't mean that their ghost is lingering around. It could be an imprinted energy.
You
or
live
it
in
could
an
be-
older house, chances are someone passed away in your house. You know what I mean? Old people.
They used to die in their home.
My soul
first
died
home-
in
my
mine.
first-
We bought it in 05. Yeah.
I don't know about ghosts, but I'm sure riddled with demons.
No, you're not.
Did you get any luck yet with someone, a mortuary
No.
scientist yet?
Like 8,000 people reached out to me, and none of them are panning out.
None of them are what?
Panning out.
Oh, we'll get
That's
one.
what-
I want
I'm
to talk to
working
him.
on it. Working on it.
My buddy, who's he's a real non-believer.
Right.
You know, makes a ton of dough. Had a house on Lake of the Isles. His young new wife, who totally believes in all of this stuff.
She's got a great ass, though.
Yeah, she does. Was told that there was a murder in their house, and then they saw the claw marks. Someone trying to get out of the cellar where the body was, eventually murdered. So she hired someone to exercise the house.
She paid somebody to do that.
Yeah,
30 minutes a
to
day.
exercise
30
in your
minutes
house.
a day, aerobic.
No.
Just really on a
exorcism, house exorcism to make the evil spirit, because she was hearing shit and noises. So she gets Mark to go to dinner, and he doesn't know this is happening. And then they come home too soon, and they're there's like two of them who were doing the procedure or whatever. They're like, "Oh my God, we need more time. This house is really spooky." And he's like, "Are you kidding me? Is this?" And then she goes, "Come on, honey, let's just go get your."
Wait a minute. Do actual guys that are in charge of exercising say this house is really spooky?
I got some guys who come in $500 an hour.
The Ghostbusters.
Yeah.
They come back at like midnight, and there's a whole fleet of the fire department, and he's looking at his wife going, "This is our house, I bet, isn't it?" She goes, "Oh." They like over incensed, and they were smoking the place, and all the sprinklers went off in his $2 million house.
So they did an exorcism using incense.
Something like that.
So these guys were not a man of the robe.
I don't know. No.
No,
okay,
smoking
no.
a house is not.
All right, here's what we're going to do. I'm going to spray Febreze everywhere.
Right.
Just write me a check for $100.
No, they're.
I ask people and encourage people to heed caution when it comes to exorcists, demonologists, psychics, to be very careful. I'm not saying people do not have a gift. I know some people that just blow me out of the water with capabilities, but a majority of the people out there are legitimate scammers. They can read your facial expressions. I can do a reading for you right now without knowing nothing about you and come up with something pretty accurate. So before you spend money on something, just do some background research on the credentials. And just because somebody says they can do an exorcism of a house, the chances are they can't.
Yeah.
Yeah, what's so funny is she's now 13, but when she was little, was afraid of spirits and ghosts in her room, and I would use Febreze, and I called it spirit spray, and she was fine with it. And she was at her friend's house and called their Febreze spirit spray, and they're like, "What is wrong with you?" We call it spirit spray.
First of all, Febreze is $7 a can. Why don't you go with the dollar store stuff? Save yourself some money.
Listen, I'm not skimping when we're dealing
when
with
it comes to the paranormal. Hey, when are you going to hook us up? We all want to go to Ferndale.
You guys want to come to a location?
We would.
Hey,
Yes.
you know what we could actually do?
That would be great.
We can do a live broadcast from a location.
Yeah, I would love that.
Count me in,
We've done that
sir.
before, and we've had some amazing results.
I'm bringing my jammies and a pillow. It's going to be fun.
That could be something to consider.
Yes,
I mean,
absolutely.
All right.
I would love to do that. Yeah.
You guys tell me how it goes.
You're not gonna? Are you
I'll-
kidding? He
I'll
wouldn't even go to
go.
Spooky Screamtown.
Oh, we didn't even talk about that. You like Screamtown, though, right?
I loved it. Yeah,
Yeah, it's great.
Yeah.
It's
I
great.
broke my daughter, but yeah, it was good.
Yeah, she did.
She's gonna be.
They're going to be open all weekend.
Yeah.
Leading up to Halloween. All right, so how can people get a hold of you, or why would you want them to get a hold of you?
I don't aggressively. I'm independent, so I don't promote my work. If somebody has a serious case, they can look me up on Facebook. It's Rocky's, ROCCI. Last name is Stucci, STUCCI. You can also do RockyStucci@gmail.com. If you have any questions, my schedule is pretty tight. So
What do you charge? 100?
No, if anybody,
$100.
I will say this: if anybody charges you in this field, because it is not a proven science, it is research, and there is no legitimacy in charging anybody, and nobody should charge for coming to your location. So do not pay anybody to come and investigate a location
And
at any time.
If the first place they want to check for ghosts is the ladies' underwear drawer, is that a red
That's
flag?
my job. That's my job.
Okay.
I got to go in there and check the psychology of it first.
There's
Well,
spirits
cool.
in here.
I got goosebumps a few times.
We're totally doing that. I'm serious.
You started fogging up. Your glasses did start fogging.
Will they do it during the day? Would she be
Yeah, see, that's another misimpression. These people think it has to be completely dark in a location for somebody to do an investigation, and spirits don't just come out when it's dark. If there's spiritual energy there, it is what it is. You can go. It's not 3 a.m. It's not this. It's not that. It's any time.
Okay.
What do you think of those Paranormal Activity movies?
I think they scare the bejesus out of people, and they're completely so fake. They give people the wrong. So when people think of something haunted, they think they're going to get pulled out of their bed.
Yeah.
Never once have I ever seen anything like that in this field. So not yet, at least.
That'd be pretty
Somebody
sweet.
Oh, I hope that happens
would be
at
pretty
that house
sweet.
at Ferndale. Colleen,
That'll happen
you
with
weigh the
us.
least of all of us. They're yanking you the hell out of that bed. Right by your feet.
And this is our Halloween week of shows. Tomorrow we got Bat Lady coming in to give us all the lowdowns on why you should or should not be afraid of bats. We got that.
I was going to say, not Bat Lady. She ain't going to come in costume, is she?
I was hoping that was the scenario in that
No,
one.
we're gonna find out.
I hate bats.
We're going to find out all about bats.
Yep.
And Gabe, you're Thursday through Saturday headlining at the
Joke Joint Comedy Club.
Joke Joint.
St.
It'll
Paul.
be all Halloween-related jokes.
Yeah, let's go with that.
You're going to be there on Saturday.
I know. It's going to be brutal. We'll
It's
see.
the worst, isn't it?
I think so.
Yeah.
I think it'll be the worst. I did it last year. It was all right.
Are you going to dress up as a sexy Donald Trump or anything? Or
He's sexy Gabe Noah.
sexy Gabe
That he
Noah?
does.
Slutty.
Yeah.
Slutty Gabe
Slutty
Noah
Gabe Noah.
for Halloween.
Fishnet.
Yeah.
Who else we got coming in? We're going to check in with a paranormal researcher from Anoka. We got the Bat Lady coming
When's the
in.
psychic coming?
We got the number one psychic in Minnesota coming in on Thursday.
I can't wait. I can't
So,
wait.
yeah, Anoka Paranormal Researchers
And
on
then-
a theater tour.
There's a theater in
Mounds Theater. I just did an event there a few weeks ago.
Is there activity in there?
Yes.
So it's legit.
The basement will creep you out, yes.
Oh, okay. We got that guy coming in tomorrow to talk about his haunted
I
theater.
want to go to these
Rocky,
places.
we're doing this.
We're doing it.
We'll talk after the show.
That sounds good.
Say
Sounds
Joke
good.
Joint is? Dead
Oh,
serious.
that's right. Joke Joint is
Yeah.
supposed to be haunted.
Yeah.
And you're there on
Yes,
Halloween.
it
Absolutely.
is. That's right. How did we not talk about that?
You're going to get raped by a ghost.
Again.
Fingers crossed.
Again.
Funny you say that.
Fingers crossed.
Can't rape the willing,
I
Bob.
actually-
Screw me, ghost.
Here we go. It's Halloween week. Make it a good one. We'll see you tomorrow.